right, hey guys, I just let my cats up, so they're like nibbling at my feet and stuff. So if you see me constantly looking down and shooing something away, it's my cats. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to just kind of give another brief little update of my channel. So I was listening to the radio the other day and I heard them talking about how President Trump and Biden, of course, agree that people shouldn't be able to go on social media platforms or any kind of platform out there and speak what they feel and speak what they believe and say things about people. And that there should be a retraction of a certain protective mechanism that allows people to speak freely. And of course, the radio hosts were justifying it. Like, nobody should be able to tell lies about people. And if you go out there and tell lies about people, you should be able to get sued. And you shouldn't be able to go out there and say things without, backing it up and having evidence and all of that stuff. And in a perfect world, that sounds great, right? In a perfect world. But if we lived in a perfect world, that wouldn't be necessary, okay? Because there wouldn't be corrupt people. The fact that we live in a world with corrupt people, they're the ones that have the money and the power. They will silence every person who speaks out against the regime or people that are in that world, okay? Now, this is the problem, and this is my beef that I have with that mostly. I have a lot of beefs with it, but the main problem is that anybody with the money is going to be able to threaten to sue someone. And you threaten to sue somebody who's small, right? And now what? They're going to have to hire a lawyer, and it will financially ruin people, and nobody will be speaking out anymore. Nobody. Everybody will be terrified to speak out. It is an absolute nail in the heart for free speech. Now, going out and just saying outright lies about people, lies that have absolutely no way to be proven, but if there's substantial evidence, even though you can't prove it completely, but there's substantial evidence showing, yeah, this is really what it's looking like, we should have a right to say that, right? This is what free speech is. And the thing with free speech is it's wonderful to be able to speak freely. It also is always going to have a negative because everything in life has a negative, right? It's like when people can speak freely, people can say things that maybe aren't true, right? But the issue with everybody being sued is that it's the people with power and money that are going to go after the people that don't, who are speaking up. If somebody lies about me online, I'm not going to sue them because, for one thing, like, I couldn't be bothered. I would just ignore it. But you have people in places of position that don't want anybody talking about them. And again, ruin their reputation and all of that. Well, to me, when you're in the public spotlight, you've got to be able to take the dirt, right? You've got to be able to have the dirt flung at you. That's just the way that it is. And it's an absolute fundamental right for us to be able to criticize people. Now, malicious lies is one thing, going out there and, telling malicious lies, about people. But the truth of the matter is, how do you know that person is lying? How do you know? How can you prove that someone is lying or not lying? Because at the end of the day, it's his word against his word or her word, or however you want to say it. That's really what it boils down to at the end of the day. If you think about how many criminals commit crimes, and they're guilty as F, they are guilty. Everybody knows it. But the chain that has to be present in order to convict isn't there. Even though it is painfully obvious. There's some kind of loophole that gets them out of it, right? So this is my problem with that. So those of us that are very, very small channels. We don't have big followings. We, try to put content out that is challenging people to see things from a different perspective, maybe call some people out. It's a problem. So I really just don't know. Again, I don't know. It makes me literally want to just crawl into a hole. But I'm going to stay on YouTube. I'm going to continue to talk about skincare, and I'll throw in some information, kind of connecting the dots type thing. I guess what I'll do is I'll change my language, and I will present things in a way that maybe doesn't come to any conclusions, although I think I'm pretty good about saying this is my opinion, this is what I see, I've done the research, I've connected the dots, this is what looks obvious to me. So I think that might be okay, but I don't really know what's going to go down, how they're going to do that. I already get a lot of strikes from my videos, but since I haven't been talking about certain things, I haven't gotten any strikes because I've been really trying to stay in the, in the safe zone. But that means I'm not able to post content that I really want to post. So we already have massive censorship. And if this gets worse, if there's a law that is passed that doesn't protect people from speaking freely, we're toast. We're toast. And there's no political puppet that supports free speech. There's none, okay? You may have people pay lip service to it because, the show must go on. But at the end of the day, everything is just a show. Anybody in a position of power doesn't care at all about humanity, because anybody who doesn't want power. No sane human wants to control another human. That's just not the way it works. Only power-hungry people want to be in positions of power. So that's just the way it goes. So I do like doing the skincare videos, but it wasn't why I came on YouTube. I didn't come on YouTube to do skincare videos. I came on YouTube to talk about really important content. And then, of course, I do love skincare. I've been involved in natural skincare, my whole adult life. So I do love talking about it. But it was really more the natural healing, which I've also been involved with my whole entire life, and holistic healing that I really wanted to talk about, because those are things that are really important. Skincare, yeah, it's valuable. Like, I don't mean to say it's not valuable, but it's not nearly as important as helping someone save their own life. Okay? After doctors have told them, right? There's nothing more valuable than empowering people with really serious things. That's what I wanted to do. And my videos would get struck down. So, I don't know. And I don't know why there's other people out there saying some stuff. They're not getting their videos struck down. But again, I think it's my overall content. My overall content is obviously threatening. So, yeah, for those of you that might be watching this for the first time and don't know the history of my channel, I actually deleted 2 years worth of videos because YouTube decided to go back and start striking some older videos, and I freaked out because I literally got 2 notifications back to back from 2 different times, 2 different days. And that made me really nervous because it meant that they're starting to go back, and it would have literally been probably another couple of minutes and I would have lost my channel. So I freaked out. I deleted all my videos, and I thought I was just going to leave YouTube. And I was so mad. Well, I deleted them initially. And then after I deleted them, I was like, I thought I would stay and try to clean up my videos or whatever. But then I was like, no, I'm just going to leave YouTube. This is not even worth it to me. But then I had a few of you lovely, lovely souls reach out to me and say that you really enjoyed my videos and wanted me to stick around. And I know there's a couple of you that like the skincare videos and things like that. So again, I don't mind being here. I like making videos for sure. But I was a little bit naive thinking that I was going to be able to, say what I wanted to say. Because I know YouTube. I know YouTube is highly censored. I know that. But I kind of tried to dance around stuff. I tried not to say things outright. And I tried to just share personal experiences because that's supposed to be allowed on YouTube. But I was getting strikes for medical misinformation, which I was only sharing personal experiences. Yeah. So, we live in crazy times. Well, it's always been crazy. Always been crazy. Free speech has never been welcomed. You always got to go with the mainstream narrative. So I just want to show you guys. So this is one of my favorite cloths, and it is the 100% cotton flannel. It's not just a regular washcloth. It is legit flannel. It is flannel cotton. And they're really, really great for sensitive skin. So this is one of my favorites. I figured I might as well add a little skincare stuff in, right? So, and what you can do is you can just massage gently, like, not scrubbing. You don't want to scrub your skin. That is not a good idea. So you just kind of do gentle circles. And I really encourage people to not be constantly looking into a magnifying mirror because, you're going to see stuff, right? And especially as we get older, right? So just stay away from it. Nobody's looking at you with a magnifying mirror. Nobody. So just don't do it. It's only going to wreck you. Stay away from it. Like I'll use a magnifying mirror when I'm, checking something out or like I'm, going out or something and I'm trying to, kind of fine tune things a little bit. But other than that, I stay away from it. So that was just my little morning, routine of swiping my face down with some warm water and a nice cloth. Just keeps my skin smooth and rosy and I love it. So I will stick with the skincare videos, and I don't know how to get it too creative though, because I'm not an influencer and I'm not here to influence and I don't want to sell people anything. And I'm just not into that. I just share what I do when I help people. It's always kind of the same thing. Yes, there'll be different things depending on the person's skin and what's going on. But, it's really not that exciting. And again, I'm not promoting any products. I make most of my own stuff. Actually, I make pretty much everything except the zinc balm. I don't make that. Actually, I have two that I use, I think. This is the one I'm going to use today. And really, I feel like skincare is simple. So I don't have a million things to show you. I just talk about what I do. And when people talk to me and tell me that their skin is doing ABC, I help them to fix it. And there's really not much. Like, I'm not here to again, not really here to do a whole bunch of makeup videos, even though I've done a few because I have a background in that. I've done a few, but again, I'm a very simple, just a little bit better type person. I'm not into looks. I'm not into looks. I'm not into changing my look. It's just not my thing. I love mineral powders for sure. And I do some videos on mineral powders and, brushes that I like and things like that. I will actually be putting out another brush video. Someone had asked me if I would do what are some of my favorite brushes for the Jane Iredale powder foundations. So I will definitely be putting one of those videos out soon. And for now, I'm just trying to stay afloat. And I want to stay on YouTube because I know a couple of you have reached out and said that my videos have been really valuable to you. And that's important to me. And I don't even care if it's only one person. I'll stay for one person. For sure. So it means a lot to me when you guys reach out to me. It really does. And again, I know it's not a lot, but it's really meaningful to me and it really touches my heart deeply and it makes me feel like I'm not doing this for nothing. All right. So yeah. So thank you. Thank you for that. I love the comments. You know, I love it. I love it when you guys give me feedback and reach out and share your experiences. And it's great. And it's how we all learn, and it's how we can all feel connected. This is the Boudreaux Spot Paste. This is the Sensitive Skin Formula one. And I love this one. It goes on really juicy. That's the word. It's very occlusive, but it's got a really juicy feeling to it. I say juicy. That's not the right word. There's no water in it. There's absolutely no liquid in it. This one is lovely too. I do really love this. The maximum strength one, this is the maximum strength one. It's drier because it has way more zinc in it, and it has less of the oils in it. So this one goes on really nice. I love it. And it leaves a little bit white initially, but I just massage it in, and it definitely works its way into my skin. And I have like light medium skin, and it blends in. It blends in really good. It just takes a minute, like, but that's okay because I do facial massage anyway. So I just incorporate it in with the facial massage. And then when I'm done massaging my skin, the zinc is all rubbed in. So zinc is a game changer. It really is. It's one of my favorite beauty remedies, skincare remedies, for all types of skincare stuff. It's amazing. So there we go. I will use a magnifying mirror when I wear a zinc balm that is not a whitelist formula. And yes, you can get whitelist formulas that are non-nano, okay? Just so you know. The Badger is non-nano, okay? And it blends in a lot easier than this. But this blends in for me, so it's no problem. But I will use the mirror just to make sure that I don't have like any little white around my nose or cracks and crevices and stuff like that. So and I'm very sensitive to any of these products on my neck and my chest. I can use my own balms as long as I don't put castor oil in them. This has castor oil and zinc, and my skin is sensitive to both of those on those parts of my body. I don't know why, but it is. So, so I've kind of shared all my things that I do. I've shared my formulas. I've shared how I make them. I share, you know, what I do to my skin. I'm a very less is more kind of person. Very simple. This is, you know, rose water and neroli water, nothing else. I put distilled aloe in it sometimes too. My balms are just animal fats and oils that I mix together. Sometimes I use plant butters. Depends. Sometimes I'll make a thicker balm with a little beeswax, but not usually. Yeah, zinc balm, pretty simple, pretty basic. And then I love mineral powder, but I don't wear it every day. So my skin has gotten significantly better too. It was really ready from when I got the frostbite, but it's doing so much better. So anyway, I just wanted to share that little thing with you guys. I'm gonna stick around for the skincare, but I'm gonna have to really work out how I'm gonna present the other information. You know, I can talk about the transhuman agenda because that's easy to prove. I can talk about, you know, all the other things that I do, but when it comes to like certain people to highlight to people, like you might want to think twice about this person, that's where things get really dicey. So yeah, anyway, I'll have to really think about it, what direction, you know, I want to go in, because it's important that people know the truth, because things are really going to start escalating, and we want to be really mindful that we don't fall for their shenanigans. All right, signing out.